Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction of Kingdom, Chapter 775. Alright, let's get into it. A troublesome existence, and we have Shin here on the cover. Alright, so Roboku shows up on an army, and Aku is just like, or Aku. I keep calling him Aku like he's evil. But yes, Ako, he's like, no, that's a trick. Get over here, Robo! It's like, you killed my brother-in-arms. Anyway, we will start this battle by targeting the most troublesome enemy. The most troublesome? So we got Roboku and his little group. If we can remove this person from the field early, then we can claim an overwhelming victory in one fell swoop. Even if I'm unsure about you making your move so early on Roboku-sama. I feel the same too. Understand the risks. The best bait is to forcibly lure them out as me. When you say bait, are you intending to directly expose yourself? That sounds worse than when we killed the second general of the Osen army back on Shukai Plains. I've got you in Kane, so I'll be fine. Yes, even if it costs my life, so Kane. We have no complaints with the strategy. It would be great if the battle could end even sooner. Our liege will also be pleased. Okay, so we got the Seki generals there. Or no, those aren't the Seki. Where are they? I don't know. Their faces don't quite line up with who I think they are. But anyway, so they're probably not. And so, the enemy that you call the most troublesome. Who is exactly? Is that? And it's Ako. 300 cavalry on me. We will slay Roboku and finish this battle. Oh, follow Aku-sama. You guys keep advancing and engage with the enemy. Okay, so they're charging. And Osen already kind of picked up that something was going on last chapter. What? General Aku turned to the right. His movements are making their formation crumble. He's, well, I guess fumble also works. He's moving to kill the enemy in the woods to the right. Even though they're just about to collide with the enemy in the front of them? Yes, which means it's Roboku. What? Over there, it's Roboku. Oh! General, enemies on our left. They're fast. So we've got, basically about what happened. Or what I suspected was going to happen. They're going to get, just rammed into the side of them. Akko's the one in front. It's time to hunt. Okay, so we've got... He's kind of like a Shin clone, to be honest. The enemy responded quickly. Obviously. They're hitting them from the side. And, ooh. Horses and men go flying. Ah, Akko. So he's off his... No, he's still on his horse. Okay. Well, that dude's jaw is never going to be the same. He's dead. His eyeball popped out. Out of my way. Aku-sama, ignore me and go. Aku, understood. Roboku will and the Ren clone hit you lot who will die here. What the? Something's happening on the right, huh? Focus. Concentrate everything on the front. We're making contact. The main enemy, or the main force of Aku's army is meeting the enemy. So, I love this one dude who's just by Osen, who's like the announcer. He's the play-by-play. Pretty sure Osen can basically see everything that's going on. Okay, so the spearmen clash, and we've got. Well, that's kind of a weird thing that's going on here. Like, what is up with this waving pattern in the middle of the army? It's odd. It's even. No, it's not. General Oka. Ako. Say his name right. Army is losing their momentum because he disrupted his own formation. Oh, is that what's called? Okay. Thought that was the enemy's army. Okay, so he's clashing with the Ren clone and seems to be losing. This isn't good. Ako-sama. Okay, so the big general of that army, the one that we saw in the meeting, is here. I'm pretty sure he's a Seika. Seika. Good lord, I can't pronounce words today. Alright, we've got some of our allies, and it started. But something felt off right before they engaged. Yes, what is this strange sense of foreboding, Ako? It looks like General Ako just rushed out to his right, which means like it's causing the Ako army to descend into chaos. Just what is going on? So now Ohan's also seeing all this. It's probably Roboku. What? I can't think of another reason for Ako to be making that move in that situation. Ako has been taken in by Roboku's deception. If he's fallen into their trap, then we have to move quickly to rescue him. Otherwise, the Aku army won't be able to recover. I don't think Ohan cares. He's much like his father, watching from afar and just kind of like, I will take the opportunity for what will be most advantageous when I want to. Okasama. So I called him Okasama. That's not I think I was pronouncing his name right last week. Why can I not do it today? Anyway. Ako-sama. Shit, what's going on? We're surrounded. These guys moved in so quick. So now he's basically being trapped into a battle, it looks like. We gotta have a duel. Excuse me. We read that you would make a move on Roboku-sama, so obviously we could prepare to encircle you like this. And because you disrupted your own formations right before our charge began, your entire army is in shambles, Ako. You may be called the first general of the Osen army, but you're quite rash, aren't you? It's been 1 week since you looked at me, even though I just entered the battle. A few moments since the battle began, but we will have you and your army meet your end here. Ako-sama! So he's actually got a general, or at least a high-ranking official on both sides of him, which is not good. General Ako, his army. Osen-sama, one flank of our central army will be... No. If you think Aku is a man with such low caliber, then you are greatly mistaken, Roboku-sama. So you're not even talking to the guy who literally just said something. So I love that, huh? The opposite. Yeah. Okay, so Ohan sees it too. Among all the combined forces of Osen and Yotanwa, the hardest. The hardest? Okay. And most resilient is the Aku army. That army will not crumble so easily. So you're saying it will take more than that to defeat them? And for the commander-in-chief to expose himself before Aku like this is exceedingly dangerous. Anyone who knows Aku would call it a strategic failure. Well, push them out of the way! Forward! Hey, we're allies. What? Forget being reserves. We're moving to the right. To the right. The right. Roboku's over there. So, okay. So the reserves are moving in now. Move to the right. What? Ken's reserves are moving left? So we're seeing this from the Zhao side of things. But several of those units just abandoned their position and started moving to the right. Aku has finally reached them. Even if their own allies are collapsed on the ground before them, the Aku army will trample over them single-mindedly to advance on their target. If their general has moved to the target, Roboku, your back lines are running off somewhere. I might have to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, excuse me. Whoa. They will simply make haste for Raboku. Raboku-sama, the Aku army is coming this way. Damn, this is bad. And you underestimate the strength of Osen's first general in his army. So Aku just got a solid hit, it looks like, on the Shin clone. The one standing on the brink of life or death is you, Raboku. So, boy, Ohan really learned a lot from Osen. Even if he's, like, not his possible father. I mean, there's always been that rumor floating around. Okay, so Aku wasn't really doing, like, the stupidest thing he could last chapter. Like, he's got that grit, that determination, the resilience and whatnot that Ohan spoke of. I mean, after he saw, like, his, like, not really right-hand man, but, like, his co-general, so to speak, fall in battle years prior to Raboku. It's like, it makes perfect sense why he, like, he honed his skills and those of his men to further get stronger so that they could eventually defeat the person who destroyed, such a valuable ally. So, we're just gonna sharpen that blade, until finally it's at Raboku's neck. But anyway, we'll see obviously how well that works. I mean, it seems to be going okay right now, but the kingdom has the habit of going wherever it wants to go sometimes, and you think, oh, it's going this way, it'll end this way, and then it's like, no, it did not. Excuse me. Remember the whole previous invasion? Yeah, it looked like it was going alright. And then it didn't. So, yeah. Anyway. Overall, not much to say about this chapter. It's, it kind of went a little sideways from what I expected. So, kudos for beating my expectations. But beyond that, I really can't say much more for it. It's fairly straightforward. Aku, most of his army's like falling out of sync because, they're joining him in his own private revenge army. Mad dash to the side. But then, they're also clashing with the main Zhao forces. So, and Aku is fighting with at least 2 freaking generals. I don't know if the Shen clone is one or not. I wish I could remember his name. But yeah, the Shen clone looks like he's in a direct battle with Aku, and I imagine the other guy will come in maybe when he's weaker, or because typically duels are not interrupted. If you're literally just fighting a duel with another equally high-ranking person, mostly the surrounding people do not interfere. That's usually a sign of dishonor, and it's like, then it really doesn't allow you to prove your merit as a warrior. So, there's that too. So I assume it'll be a one-on-one, and then after he's probably won at that point, then he'll fight the stronger general, and then that's when things might get even more risky. But anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions. Anything I missed, misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social media. I stream on YouTube where I do live reactions of like longer scale gaming and random stuff. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, later days. And until next time, Keishlings. Aku, yay! He gonna sling that glaive into someone's face. And he did.